sisters.
I don't believe it. That's Clone Force 99.
I'm in with that. Gear up, fellas. We're going into the field.
Oh, come on. It's been days since I've blown something up.
You mess with the kid, you mess with me. Remember the rules.
Don't wander off, keep my eyes and ears on my surroundings, and trust no one but my squad.
If this is where you want to be, then this is where you'll stay.
Welcome to the Bantha Banta.
Bantha.
Bantha Banta. I'm your host, Abigail Gardner. Welcome to Bad Bitches. And we're talking nothing but Banthas tonight. Catherine, my co-host, how are you?
I'm doing fabulous. Thank you for having me as always.
Of course. Ryan, how are you tonight?
I am fantastic.
Yeah, dude, we had a little banter going on before the show, y'all. Maybe we'll put that on Patreon eventually. It's fun. It's different stuff. It's a different side of Star Wars. How was your week in Star Wars, Catherine? I know you got some cool stuff. I saw you posting some pictures.
Oh yeah. I went ham on eBay this week. Got a ton of like prequel stuff. Very much Phantom Menace themed. I try and find the equivalent of Attack of the Clones, and it, like somebody said this week, they learned their lesson with the merch. They stopped doing cool novelty stuff and kind of simmered down. But man, does the Phantom Menace have some great merchandise. I got some sheets. I got an Anakin Skywalker sleeping bag that I'm going to turn into a jacket like somebody else did on like Reddit. I'm stealing ideas.
That's so
if you're the
cool.
person that did that.
Oh, there's I should send you the link. There's a person on Instagram that you send them the sleeping bag, they make you the jacket.
Oh, that's
okay.
cool.
I should do that.
And like they've done ones of like Batman Forever and like just old
that's
Star
so
Wars
cool.
ones, just like Rugrats, Spider-Man, you name it. Like they're awesome.
Yeah.
Like a puppy.
Please.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a puppy.
Please send me
like
that.
A puffy cup.
Like a big puppy.
Yeah.
Dude, that
I
sounds...
don't want to mess mine up. So
Yeah, like I feel like if I were you, I'd want to buy two of those and like just to have one to keep and preserve, and then have one to make into the jacket. I understand.
exactly.
But yeah, you're right
me.
about like the having better stuff for Phantom Menace, like the novelties and the crossovers, like edible stuff and like toiletry stuff. Like it's exclusively
like the
with
weird knickknacks. Yeah.
because it was like this movie obviously is like a huge momentous thing, so it's like let's put it on everything and sell it.
Yeah.
And I'm now
And then
buying
they
it.
were
So
like-
are you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so, and I think it's
exactly.
awesome. So, but they never did it for episode 2 and 3.
Right.
Not to that
No.
extent.
Because
But
of
what
the
do you
decline
now?
or
What do you wish you saw?
For episode
What
2,
do you wish you saw from episode 2 or 3?
I immediately
Watto in his hat. I think that's an episode.
I want to
2.
see those big. You know those big,
Variant
like,
Watto with hat. Yeah.
You know those bubble cows from the picnic?
Will you repeat that?
the bubble what?
The bubble cows? The bubble cows from the
Sorry.
picnic.
The picnic.
I don't
Where?
I don't even know what else they're called. But they look like
Yeah.
Yeah.
look like, cows but like as a pair. And I think they should have made like soap dispensers of those where you squeeze them.
Okay.
And then
I like
they
that.
do like
Dude, that would be tight. Or even the pear, some fruit. You know?
Oh yes.
Like that.
Star
yeah.
Wars fruit.
Yeah, dude.
that should have been a board game where you
Yeah.
pass the pear.
Yeah.
Fruit?
It'd be like an initiative to get kids to eat healthier, but it's also with Star Wars fruit, which is very cool.
Yes.
And it would also be like a
Yes.
good game for like first dates.
Yes. Yeah. Dude, you can really impress a lady or anyone, honestly, just by slicing that pear and passing it over, because they don't want to
Oh,
slice
yeah.
it themselves.
Without
It's so
your
much
hands.
work.
If you're just like, huh, and she catches it with the fork, I think it's meant to be.
Imagine what else I could send your way. You have no idea.
You never know.
True.
That's why
Yeah.
we need this board game.
Yeah.
Let's get on that.
That's why Anakin is
Yeah.
so hot, and I'm just gonna say that.
Lucasfilm, hire us. We are much better than your merchandising team. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
We are. Like, we're not kidding, Lucasfilm. I know you're watching. I know that all the important
Please
people
don't
are.
kill us.
It's true. It is true. I think it would be fantastic to have that. Just pass the pear. We're good
Yeah.
to go. And like you said, like Anakin is hot. Like I don't care how big of a bitch he is. Have you seen those abs?
Oh my fucking god.
Oh my god, he's so fine.
Right?
Considering
Like
he
he's
was
having
Anakin.
nightmares. And he's just like sweaty and flexing, and he's just like, "Oh, my mom."
Dude, he makes night terrors hot. God, he has such a hot, brooding face. Oh my
Right?
god.
And then
God.
he's like, "I killed them all. Killed the children, the women," and Padme's just like,
Yeah, you'll stop
Yeah,
at nothing.
dude.
What won't
Can
you,
you
do? Yeah,
"You just take off that shirt. We're in the fucking desert here."
dude, could you? I know you're sweating. You're sweating, Anakin.
Yeah, you're wearing like 3 layers. Like, can you just take something off?
Dude, I love that Catherine made a post like on your Instagram, like, we're not going to talk about prequels tonight, but now all we're talking about.
Here we are.
Here we are now. Yeah, well, eventually, yeah, we're just gonna spin this off into like all prequels all the time.
Oh my
just all Star Wars.
god.
All Star
I would
Wars all
love
the
that.
time.
There should be.
Yeah, we're gonna start it. Like, I'd go like deep into it. Yeah, dude.
Oh yeah.
No joke. Yeah, let's do it. We'll review some products. Blah blah blah. Ryan, how was your week in Star Wars? Did you like get anything or do anything Star Wars related?
Not really. I did get one figure, which I will show off tomorrow on
Okay.
Toy Anxiety. But he's prequel related and shirtless related. So, I mean, it doesn't get any better than that.
Wow.
Sexy boy.
Yeah, I like that. Take the shirt. Please.
Have you ever thought about like how many shirtless action figures there are in Star Wars?
No, I haven't.
Like we do have
Not
an Anakin
enough.
one, and I was trying to think in that too. Like we never got the Ben Solo or the
Yeah.
Kylo
Well, that's
Ren,
the number one that I think of is Kylo, and those big,
Totally.
yeah. Those
right? But everyone
pectoral
else kind of
muscles.
seemed to have gotten one, and it's kind of a bummer that like
What'd you say? Kylo's big nipples.
that's well. I mean, he's got a big chest.
No shame.
That-
Yeah, it's good. It's all good. It's all
You
good,
know, he's
man.
body positive. He's just gonna own it.
Yeah, I completely
Yeah.
agree. Wow.
His pants
wow.
are very high though.
Yeah.
Well,
I
that was
know.
part
Do
of
you
his
think that
belt,
made
I
him
think,
look
wasn't
bigger?
it?
I don't know.
Oh, Julia brings up a great point. Malakili's the original shirtless babe. So
Oh,
true.
Yeah, dude. Rancor's buddy. Cool. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, see, that's another figure we've gotten too.
That's another costume
There it
that
is.
you don't
Yep.
see enough of at Dragon Con or like any other convention. And, we need some people to do that.
I got you. I'm just kidding.
Are you going to do this? Oh my god, that's a whole new territory.
Just little Rancor pasties and just rocking it out.
Yeah, dude. why
yeah,
not?
yeah.
It's fun. It's
Just
a lot
crying.
Just Dragon Con.
Yeah, no, you're gonna
Yeah,
be crying
typical.
anyway.
Typical
so why
night at
not?
Dragon Con.
I've worn pasties and cried at Dragon Con at the same
Yeah,
time.
your pasty look was superb. That's like right when I
Thank you.
first met you, and I remember being like, "Oh my god, Saga for life."
Thank you. What are you mouthing at me? Tell the story. Oh, tell the story. Oh yeah. Okay. So I did this costume. It's kind of, I guess, sort of Star Wars related. Brian K. Vaughan is a really cool comic book author, and he did Y the Last Man, and then he started a series called Saga about like 7 years ago, and it's like a space opera romance, like star-crossed lovers, 2 different like races of people who are in love with each other. It's really cool. And when I started reading it, I fell in love with and was obsessed with the most difficult looking and like interesting looking character called the Stalk. She's a arachnid that is topless and has like this huge crown, and like all of her legs are coming out under a skirt, and it's just this like, it's a beautiful image. And I was like, I got to do that. So I like put all this money into it and like got the whole thing. I had Craig get me all like, put the paint on me, etc. And then I went out for probably about an hour, maybe 2, before I got very ill because wearing contact lenses plus body paint plus pasties plus this
It's
huge
too
crown.
much.
Oh, dude, it's so much. From here
I
on
would
out,
be dying. Yeah.
Jedi robes, and that's it.
Yes, please.
That I'm not kidding. Like we were all looking.
Yeah.
Craig and Jake and I were looking at Jedi robes for Dragon Con. Just like, let's be comfortable.
Yes.
Just the YHS Jedi. That would be great.
I
Yeah.
love that though.
Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're welcome to join. We got those Padawan braids when we were at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, and it was like, this is like a perfect costume piece.
It is.
Yeah, dude. And for all those out there, I don't know, don't overdo it with costumes. That's all I have
Yeah.
to say. Like, put your mental health first. It was a good costume though, and I
Not
appreciate
worth
you
it.
saying that, Catherine. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was
yeah,
sick.
dude. I like all this Dragon Con energy that we're having right now with, like, conventions
Oh my
and
God,
stuff
yeah.
like that happening. And oh my God, we're gonna play Pass the Pair when we go to Celebration.
Yeah.
That's the
Oh,
game that we invented
absolutely.
like 10 minutes ago. Okay, cool.
We're gonna play it in the hotel lobby and just have people wondering, what the hell? Why are these guys playing spin the bottle with a pear?
Dude, let's get like a pair on a drone or something. Yeah, spin the bottle with a pair. It's even better. Excuse me, even better. All right, y'all. I feel like we are in it and we're good, and I like it. I like where we are right now. Welcome to the show, everyone. I just want to say that to all of you viewing, if you're listening to this audio, or I don't think it's on audio. I think it's just on YouTube. So if you're watching this later on, thank you for watching it. We appreciate it. I love Star Wars. Catherine, Ryan, y'all love Star Wars, and it's just a fun place for us to come and talk about Star Wars stuff and animated series. Yeah. And it's so let's do it. Let's talk about animated Star Wars.
Let's get in there.
Excuse me, y'all. All right. We are talking about 2 episodes tonight, episode 6 and episode 7 of The Bad Batch. Woohoo. Yes, woohoo is right. So let's jump into episode 6 and kind of, I don't want to speed through it, but I will say I think we all know episode 7 had kind of like some more meat to it and like a lot that we want to get into. So
Yeah.
stick around for that. But episode 6 had some good stuff too. Episode 6 has like the big debate of like who is, well, I guess I don't want to spoil it. Who cares?
Fuck it.
Let's just start off. Trace and Rafa are back, which are my 2 like favorite additions from the final season of the Clone Wars. The episode title is Decommissioned, and it's basically the Bad Batch is going to Corellia, which is the home planet of Han Solo, and they need to retrieve a tactical droid. And basically, you get a lot of cool like prequels vibes in that droid factory when they get there.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess we're kind of jumping past the open, which Omega's doing some target practice. Is that? Yeah, target practice in the beginning of that episode. She's got weak noodle arms, and Sid's like, whoa, focus, and you can do this. Sid's badass. What do
That
y'all
just
think?
means by season 5, she's going to be jacked. She's going to have her own Instagram account.
Dude, she's
2
gonna do,
million
like,
followers.
One-armed push-ups. Brie Larson.
Yeah.
Dude.
Is that who Brie Larson's going to play in Star
Oh my
Wars in live
God.
action? Is she going to play Omega?
I think I need to go away for a minute. If that's going to happen, Catherine's face froze. Oh
Broke
my
me. Broke me.
That's so fucked up and good. I'm doing this pumping thing. That's so exciting.
I'm unwell. That would
been-
be so sick.
She's been needing to, and like she's been trying to cross over into Star Wars for a long time now. That's perfect. All right, tight.
Yeah.
Oh yes, and she's strong. Oh my god.
Oh my God, I love that so much.
Yeah, dude, that's the thing I feel about like these animated series, like the how much more can happen with like introducing people. I don't know. It's just like it's a different world of Star Wars with a different cast of characters. And Rafa and Trace are 2 new characters that are introduced in, like I said, the final season of the Clone Wars, and I find them to be very, very like interesting, dynamic, full of like flavor and character and grit. I think Rafa's kind of hot. I think she's got a smoky voice. I really like their sister dynamic. And yeah, I don't know. How did y'all feel about them when you met them in the final season? Like, because obviously they have a big connection with Ahsoka. How did you feel when you saw them like pop back up in that factory and like, you know, when the reveal happened?
Yeah. Ryan, you want to?
No, go for
I
it.
always butt in first.
Sorry, I should have assigned it.
No, it's
Cat,
okay.
go.
The pressure. No.
You're good.
I remember being like a little thrown off when they first showed up in the Clone Wars, being like, okay, why are they introducing new people now? Even though I loved Bad Batch, like being introduced, I remember just being kind of like, okay, who are these people? Do they hold significance? So the fact that they're here now means that, I mean, I think that there are bigger ties to both those sisters, but also Ahsoka and Rex going forward, which is like everything I could possibly want to have happen. So I was stoked to see them again because it kind of was just like a weird leave off of them in Clone Wars, which there wasn't anything bad about it. It just was kind of like an awkward placement for me.
Yeah.
But happy to see him back.
Agreed. Ryan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of felt the same way because we, at that point when the last season of Clone Wars came out, we didn't know that the Bad Batch was going to be spinning off into its own series. We should have just assumed, after seeing, just how even the Mandalorian season 2 is. You know, where it's just like, now we're just getting all these like spin-offs and shows and stuff, but it's
it's like they're pulling from that well. That's what I was trying to get
Yeah.
at.
right.
where it's
But
like
at the
there's a
time we
bigger
didn't know, and
well.
and I kind of felt the same way as Kat, where it's kind of like, why are you getting me try to get me invested in these characters that, we're not probably ever going to see again, and so it just kind of felt like, why are we dealing with this? And I understood why we were dealing with it, because we have to see where Ahsoka has been between that last season of her walking away and what's going to happen in episode 3. So it did she needed to have some more flesh and juiced out of what she was doing. Right. So I understand why they were doing it. But still at the same time, I don't know. Sometimes you just get that impatient nerdum where you're just kind of like, let's just get to it. Get to the steak.
Fan.
Yes.
Like, I don't.
Yes, exactly. It's like, I just want to know what happens. I need it now. I don't want a new character. I don't like new characters. Yeah. No, I
Right.
completely understand that feeling, because you're so invested. You want to see those storylines playing out, and then you're like, hold on, now I have to accept 2 new people into my world. I personally like those 2 people, and I'm thinking now with episode 6, that I feel like the connection is the fact that Rafa and Trace are connected to Ahsoka. That's going to connect Ahsoka to the Bad Batchers, to the group. And I mean, I guess I don't know if we even need to break down shit with the way the episode goes. It's just like, basically...
Dude, we get a Toy Story 3 moment.
I know, we really do.
Okay, elaborate.
Well, she just about gets melted down.
Oh,
just
that,
like the toys
in the trash compactor, dude. Yeah.
In the
Okay.
trash, yeah.
Yeah, dude. That was
like-
actually... I think that might have been that was my favorite moment. I think when I was writing down my favorite.
But it was
moment.
just super cool to see the droids back and then them popping up and just be like, did we win? What's going on?
Oh, dude, that
Right?
was
like
that was the best. It was like, is it over? What's happening? Yeah, and those were the funniest guys I always thought from the Clone Wars episodes, was those like all the dumb shit they'd say. That made me laugh really, really hard too, Ryan. I like that. I liked seeing the group, the 2 teams, the Bad Batch, and then Trace and Rafa as sisters, Martinez sisters, I believe in their name. I like seeing them team up and save Omega from that burning fire compactor, which is what you're talking about, Ryan. I thought that was like that was cool and exciting, and I like how Omega is like kind of like a puppy, and she just wants to be friends with everybody. And she's like, "Oh, you're my new best friend now, hey," which is cool.
It's true.
Yeah, and actually,
well, she also tries talking them down too. Like, hey, we're on the same side here. Like, we don't need to be fighting. Like, she's really trying to talk the situation down. And I do love that about Omega, is that she tries not to escalate things right off the bat, where sometimes Hunter and Wrecker can really kind of like throw a wrench in the gears. You know what I mean? Like, and I mean that's the balance, because those are guys who are just used to being in wars and fighting all the time.
Yeah.
Where she's not that person, right? So I do love that dynamic. I really hope we see the sisters again. Maybe not even this season, even if it's in another season, or in another series, like the Ahsoka series by chance. Like, I would love to see them.
Yeah.
I would love to see them return, and Brie Larson can play both of them as well.
Yeah, she can play everyone in that. That's all good. That's all good with me, man. I think I like them a lot because of the time that Ahsoka spent with them, where it's like she's no longer, like, she's left and she's like on her own and kind of discovering herself, and she gets that new jumpsuit, and it's just like a different phase of her life. And I have found that very interesting and like important. And I'm excited thinking about who's Rafa talking to, because she makes a communication at the end of the episode to say, like, hey, we found, I've connected with these people, and I thought you might want to know, is kind of what she says verbatim is I thought you might want to know. And I thought that kind of cadence and that kind of like, it felt really casual the way she was talking to the person on the other end. So I'm like, I think it's initially I thought it was what I'm wearing, which is Darth Maul. I read some stuff about that. I was like, I think it's Darth Maul. And then we talked about it. Catherine, you said Ahsoka. And I'm like, I'm starting to lean that way. I don't know if y'all have like thoughts about that.
Well, Ryan pointed out a huge clue at the end of it.
R7
with the droid, yeah, which I wouldn't have even noticed. But is that technical? My question is that Rex's R unit or is it Ahsoka's? Because I don't think I ever paid attention. Okay.
That's Ahsoka's R unit, and I only know this because when I'm collecting the Clone Wars. Yeah, because
Thanks.
Wow, thanks, producer Craig, pipe it in.
No microphone.
Right, but because I like collecting the Clone Wars figures. So when I started like getting like, oh, I've got Obi-Wan's R2 unit, I've got Mace Windu's, and I was like, well, I need Ahsoka's. So I always kind of know which one to keep my eye out for. So when I saw that, I was like, I need that toy.
Oh yeah.
And then I was like, wait a second, that's R7, and then that's how it all clicked, and it's all because of toys, right? At the bottom line, at the end of the day, it comes back to toys. But yeah, that's her droid, and that's what I was like, okay, so it has to be her. That has to be the clue in.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
For dorks like me who are gonna catch things like that.
I mean, to be fair, it still could be Ahsoka, even though somebody else shows up in the next episode. It still could have been Ahsoka along with other people present. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Well, I'm just trying to because isn't Sid talking to somebody in the same episode?
Yeah, well, I
think so.
Somebody hires Sid to pull off that mission, which I've heard.
Who do y'all think it is? Yeah.
I've heard speculation that could be Maul, Darth Maul.
Interesting. I've heard Tarkin.
Okay.
Yeah.
What if it's Jabba the Hutt?
I mean, it could be considering the Rancor situation.
Yeah.
Like everything we could end
they
up
already
seeing
are working
Jabba
with
the
each
Hutt
other
in this series at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ugh.
That it's definitely interesting. Yeah, let's wrap up the episode and do our like rankings and such. How about our favorite moments? I think I already kind of mentioned mine. I liked when Trace is like, "Is there an Echo in here?" And then Echo's like, "Yes, I'm Echo." And then they team up. I thought that was really funny, and that was my favorite moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love little lines like that so much. The writing's so great.
Dude, yeah, I find myself like putting all these quotes down in my journal. Like, I'm like, God, this is good. I gotta make sure I bring this one up. It's great.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I think they mirror a lot of quotes from like the original trilogy and stuff too at times. It's pretty cool. Yeah, my favorite moment was just having Rafa and Trace show up. I mean, it's cool to have Clone Wars connected to this new series in hopes that people will go back and watch how freaking good Clone Wars is. I mean, yeah, it's just cool to see them again. It's cool that Dave is bringing his love of that show into this one. So, yeah.
Yeah.
General
Nice.
favorite moment.
Spread the love.
Hey, producer Kurt here. I have a question.
Yeah.
I have a question for the audience.
Cool.
So Darth Maul's been brought up a couple times, probably because of the way he was revealed at the end of Solo. We know that Kira just came back in the comics, so they're going to start exploring that timeline, which lines up with the Bad Batch timeline. So, Ryan, Kat, Abigail, do we want to see the further extension and the further adventures of Han Solo and his crew pre A New Hope? And will that
Now,
fit
I
into
don't know
the
if-
show?
Well, I'm with you. I'm
Goodbye.
with you on this, Craig.
Yeah, go right.
I would like to, instead of seeing Solo or Lando, I want to see Bennett. I want to see Woody Harrelson's character
Woody
and his
Harrelson.
crew.
Okay.
And his crew.
That's a
come
cool
back.
idea.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I
don't really want to see Han. Sorry to interrupt.
No, I agree with you.
Like Bennett for sure. Like I want to see the outlier characters rather than like somebody that we know and love from the original trilogy whose story is already like pretty laid out. But like Kira, Bennett, anybody
Ephra's Nest.
Dryden Voss. Yeah,
Mhm.
Enfys Nest. That would be really cool to see that whole crew come back. I feel like Solo had so many nuggets that could have been taken onward and weren't. So the possibility of that happening now would be tight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more. I think I can't remember the name of the character who dies in like the train accident early on, who's the love interest of Woody Harrelson. She was
Val?
on Westworld. Yeah, she's awesome. I remember being like, "Damn it, I wish she hadn't have died so early in this movie."
Yeah.
So it would be cool to go
Yeah.
back into their like love story, how they met, that kind of thing, or Enfys Nest, as you're saying. Like, Enfys Nest was always a very cool villain in my opinion. Like, just to have some.
And plus, they
and she's
she
obviously
would be
awesome.
looking for, and she'd be looking for stuff for the droids as well, that would have the plans like or the expertise on how to
sense.
defeat the clones, right? Like
Yeah.
she's kind of spearheading one certain area of the rebellion.
Yeah, dude. She's kind of the same character that she is on Falcon and Winter Soldier a little bit.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, not to
It's like the
veer.
same
Right. It's
story.
organizing the people in an underground format, like kind of the same. She does it very well, so I like it, dude.
If you're gonna get typecasted, be rad about it.
Yeah, dude. I completely
Yeah.
agree. She's very cool. I love that surprise of like, oh, I had no idea that's what was under all that armor. And that's very Star Wars. Fucking like cool. Leia does it.
I know.
Very, very cool. All right, so what? Comment? We need a Solo style movie for Jar Jar, guys. I think so. I mean, if we're redeeming
Couldn't be more correct.
John Bartley.
John Bartley. I'm sorry.
Acknowledge your
Hey, you can. Yeah, you let me know. I'll thank you, John Bartley. We need a Solo style. Yeah, we agree. I agree completely. I was saying I think that Jar Jar deserves a redemption like arc and like more investment and to get that Filoni treatment. So that would be tight.
Yes.
What if they had Ahmed Best play two characters where we see his Jedi character
Oh.
from Jedi
Yeah.
Temple and
Okay.
Jar Jar teamed up?
Yeah. I also just want to know what got Jar Jar exiled. Like, what did he do that just pushed
Yeah.
Boss Nass over the edge? That he was like, I'm done with you. Get the fuck out. I need to know what he did.
That actually could be what we get because that's like a very legitimate question. Like I think
Yeah.
we can see that. Because
What was the final straw?
yeah, we've seen him do like so much that what could be the one thing that really did him in?
I'm thinking terrible things.
Yeah. With that tongue. Say it. No, don't. Do
Say it.
Say it. We can say it on this
We
show.
will be banned from YouTube. YouTube, I'm so sorry.
Was he doing what Batman was doing to Catwoman?
There you go. There you go. Ding ding.
But instead of Catwoman, it's like Boss Nass's wife.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. He's like, oh, whoopsie. I'm so sorry. Oh, dude, the Gungan tongue, man. Ew.
The Gungan tongue.
Catherine, do you have that tongue, the sucker? The Jar Jar
Yo,
sucker?
yeah, the Pez machine that like goes this. Wait, I think I
For
have
every
two
child
things.
that wants to suck a tongue.
Dude, you have a sticky one though, right? Like it, or am I imagining that? Is that a thing that I just imagined?
No, you're not imagining. I think that's a real thing. And I don't think I have it though.
I don't either, but we need that.
Yeah.
If you have, if anybody in the chat has the sticky Jar Jar tongue, Abigail and I need that for experimentation things.
Yes. Oh. Wait, what is this? Jacob Walsh. I'd rather learn more about the weird monster that's allergic to the sun from the beginning of Solo.
The one that kidnaps kids and makes them work.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, but this was
Got a little
actually
lotto
one
in
of
her.
one of my stray observations for this episode is like, where the F are all of the creatures from Solo on Corellia? Like we just get like the generic like warehouse people, and I'm kind of like, that's a missed opportunity. Come on.
But isn't Corellia just all warehouses? Because it's just like a
Yeah.
building planet.
But do you like the beginning of Solo? Like all of those people, where are those people? That's all I'm saying.
Oh, because
Whatever. With their
there's like a
dogs
bunch of
and
people in the streets. And
Stolen
there's-
kids.
yeah.
Yeah.
Where
Whatever.
are they? No.
Where
It's-
are they?
it's
Where are they?
It's like the
Where?
no
Where's
fun
all the
version
hustle
of
and bustle?
Ninja Turtles. It's like the no fun version of Ninja Turtles.
Okay,
right?
because it's like the Foot Clan. And they're I see what you're saying. That's why the streets
Just
are so
recruiting
empty.
kids, and they're like, "Oh, be a cool ninja, can I?" And they're like, "No, go get us some
No.
scraps."
No, we're going to exploit you.
Yeah. Or we're gonna sick these crazy looking dogs on you, and so
Yeah.
go get us
Like
some stuff. kids.
worm dogs.
Yo. Yes, I think I need to watch Solo tonight. I haven't watched it like I said I was going to rewatch, but I'm kind of ripe and ready for it. Much like Jar Jar is ripe and ready for more toys. I'm ready for a little bit of Solo.
I'm ripe and ready for that.
Yes, I'm just ripe for that. Tony Taylor, can they make a show about Hans Dice? To
I think they
explain-
did. I think it was called the third act of The Last Jedi.
You know what? Disrespectful. Disrespectful.
Yeah.
I know that was a dick move on my part.
Oh, that was. Oh,
Hey,
It would have been funny
hold
if
on.
you put the dice.
Producer
Go
Kurt,
ahead.
Producer Kurt has something to say. When they were planning the sequel trilogy, somebody, probably Kathleen Kennedy, said, "Folks, this shit's about the dice. This is a dice trilogy. You know those famous
Catherine
dice?
Kennedy
She's
got
throwing
got
dice.
Fired.
The infinity dice.
Oh, dude.
The Infinity Dice.
I mean, to be fair, we're basically in like a casino, like a small casino. Sid's office
Yeah,
is like a
dude.
casino, so maybe Hans Dice are in there. I think you're right.
Last
all of
chime
you.
in from producer Craig.
Yeah.
I'm so fucking annoyed at Ryan. The toy guru has not mentioned Hammerhead one time.
Oh, Hammerhead's hanging out inside her little spot.
Sorry, Ryan.
It's okay.
There's the two cronies. Thank you for your getting that out, Kurt. Yeah, you got those.
I did
You got.
read something. Oh no, go ahead.
No, please go for it. You're good.
I'm chatting up a storm over here.
Please chat.
Apparently, Hammerhead and the Weequay knockoff guy, they were in the episode of Clone Wars with Rafa and Trace. So there, some are speculating online that it's the same two dudes. I don't know how accurate
You know what it
that
is?
could be,
They're
but-
saving money by reusing the same animation models.
Oh, they do that with toys.
That's what they're doing. It's like it's like a re-release.
No,
a
Ryan,
repackage.
everything has meaning and purpose. There is a grand, divine thing going on here. All right, Ray Cameron. The dice were chrome in A New Hope and clear in... Somebody help me. Empire Strikes Back. So Solo Dice... Should I be hosting a Star Wars show? So Solo Dice continuity blows. Okay.
I
All
didn't
right.
realize that, honestly.
I'll give it to you. Oh my god, let's get the dice continuity person in on that. All right. I liked Infinity Dice when we were talking about that. That's fun.
Infinity Dice, yeah. I just want to talk
As
about
seen in
Loki now.
Loki.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Loki? No, we're doing Star Wars. All right. Oh my god. MVP. Let's do MVPs. Catherine, who's your
Are
MVP?
we gonna start doing? We'll start doing Loki shows on Tuesday after Toy Anxiety. We'll call
Yeah.
it Last Night Loki.
Okay.
Ooh,
Last
yeah.
night with Loki.
Ooh. Jar Jar, Jar Jar, Loki.
Oh, Jar Jar. Sorry, I called you Jar Jar.
Sorry, I called you Jar Jar. An Abigail story.
It's gonna be on a cake that I give to someone. I don't know what you were saying.
It's a cake made of hot dogs.
MVP. My MVP was Omega's weak noodle arm, so there's that. I don't know. It's just, like the fact that they're called noodle arms.
Dude, they're like wee little ramen noodles. Ryan,
Ooh,
I
sounds
like
delicious.
spicy. Ryan, how about you
Yes.
and your MVP?
My MVP for that was just general Omega, just in general.
Yeah.
Just because she's cool.
Not
Badass.
Not
She
Brie
got-
Larson
She got
Omega.
to shoot some people. She got to shoot some people in this episode. That's
Yeah,
kinda
she
cool.
did. Yeah, she did. I gave my MVP to Trace for saving Omega and to Roth
Nice.
for being hot and awesome. Yeah, man.
Yes.
Quick runner-up though is also Echo for being patient in training.
Oh yeah.
Omega.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
I
He's
really love Echo.
dude. He's got like really good steadfast vibes, and I like him a lot. Credit rating. Let's rate this thing. Ryan. I know you just went, but go again. How many
nothing gets under an 8 in my book, so it's
Oh,
getting a 9.
That's spoilers moving forward. Ryan's not going to get anything under an 8.
Watch, something will happen in
will
the next
remember
episode, and
this.
I'll be like 2.
We'll kick you out.
God, 2. That's so low.
Ew, Catherine.
Well, I'm gonna
Greta.
disappoint Ryan because I gave it a 7. It's not bad. It just didn't it didn't fuel the fire between my legs. Okay, it just
Oh,
I'm trying to feel
that
the
show.
fire down here. If I'm not feeling it, then I'm not. I'm moving on.
not enough Hunter.
Next episode. Not enough Hunter.
not enough Hunter.
Hunter. Dude, Catherine,
Hunter.
I gave this. I gave this 7. Craig said something inappropriate. I gave this also. I gave it 7 credits too. I'm same as you, Catherine. Yeah, great action and great dialogue, but the scope was a little bit smaller since it was just on one planet. But yeah, the highlight was seeing Rafa and Trey show back up. So yeah, it's super.
yeah.
I feel like we've exhausted the whole conversation of who was Rafa talking to, and I feel good about this episode. How do y'all feel? Anything you
Yeah.
didn't mention want to cover? We're good. Awesome. Moving on. All right, episode 7 was called Battle Scars, and I feel scarred still from watching this. Emotionally, this was a ride for me. How did this episode find you, Catherine? Like emotionally?
Oh my God. I cried and I felt things. I mean, this was like a perfect episode for me. Not to skip ahead too far, but I gave this 99 out of 10 credits. 99.
You gave this Clone Force 99?
Clone Force 99. Yeah.
Wow, Clone Force 99 credits.
Yeah, I loved this episode. Just because it drew from so many different areas of the Star Wars universe. Yeah. Oh, I don't want to elaborate too far because we're going to talk about it. But yeah.
Dude. No,
This was
you're good.
definitely
Loved it.
the episode where it was like, maybe you should have watched the Clone Wars first.
Yeah. This is
Yeah.
a perfect example of one of those where, like, if you put the investment in, it pays off. Like, legitimately. That's how I felt. Oh, I felt that way in the last episode, too, because I was like, oh, it's Trace and Rafa! And Craig was like, what? So it is nice to like know things. But this one in particular, like, so much was building towards this. The backstory with the inhibitor chip. Like what basically the backstory with Wrecker has been going on since the beginning of the show. For like 7 episodes, he's been having headaches and he's been like banging his head. It even happened in the last episode. He was getting the good soldiers follow orders in his head after smacking his head up. So like he's probably my favorite character, and it's just heartbreaking to watch the descent that he goes through into being controlled by his chip in this episode. Plus the dynamic of his relationship with Omega being like in danger because God damn it. Let's talk about the open of the episode because it was really sweet and I liked it. Yeah. Omega has like this little lizard. And it's very cute. And her and Wrecker do this thing in the beginning of the episode that like makes me think of my friends and like y'all and everything because they do like a special tradition where they go out and get the Mantell mix, which looks like really yummy popcorn.
Yes.
It is.
Okay, what flavors do you think it
from
is?
Galaxy's Edge.
I don't know what
Is that what it is?
I thought it
It's
was
the popcorn from Galaxy's Edge. Is it not?
I mean, it probably is. It makes sense. If we looked up Mantell, if we had a producer, we could have him look it up, but he's
Come on,
absent right
Kurt.
now. Kurt, we need
But
you to look up
also-
Mantell mix. Yeah.
The lizard cage is also what you take home your
Kawaki monkey lizard in.
Yes, it's the same.
I'm
it's
like,
the
I'm
same
looking for my
cage.
cage right now. Yeah. I got
tried
it.
to find mine earlier. It's somewhere in this heap pile of shit. But yeah, like I love those little details so much. Makes me want to buy the popcorn in the park. You know what I mean?
Dude. Yeah, dude. I imagine it tasted like Chex Mix. That was just my personal feeling because I like that.
I was thinking Chicago.
Chicago flavor?
Chicago style mix? Do you not know? Do you know what the?
No.
No.
Please tell us what Chicago mix is.
It's a mix of like caramel popcorn and cheddar flavored popcorn.
Oh.
Craig's from
Yeah.
Chicago. Do you know what Chicago mix is?
Craig's from Chicago?
Yeah.
Just
That just blew
barely.
my fucking
Barely.
mind. I
He
didn't
lived
know
there
that.
for
Barely.
like a year,
Barely.
and he was like 1 year old. He doesn't even
he
remember.
moved to Georgia in the
okay,
90s.
okay.
Dude.
Yeah.
This is the Craig backstory show. Yeah. Why was
I give
much-
that one 2
Oh,
credits.
The popcorn. The
because
popcorn.
Ryan thought that popcorn was Chicago style, which is something I'd never heard of. I love that. So we don't know. What about y'all in the chat? What do you think it tastes like? We know it costs 14 credits, and that Wrecker has been putting it on Sid's bill the entire time, which is so great. It reminds me of
Smart.
being on vacation. Just put it on the
Yeah.
room. Just put these
Put
on
it
the
on the
room.
card. Yep. Worry
Just
about
like
it
in the
later.
snack bar. Yeah,
We'll pay for it.
I love that stuff. Yeah, I just realized I have a note. I said I love these two barflies that hang out at Sid's like work spot, which are the two that we were just talking about, Hammerhead and I don't know the other character's name, but that's cool.
Weequay?
Weequay,
Weequay.
and
Yeah.
McAllister.
That's just cool. And at one point, somebody says, "This is. Are you sure this isn't the clone clubhouse?" And I just like the idea of having a clone clubhouse. So I thought that was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, the kids clone club. Cool.
Did you
I-
see the
I have some
writing on
news.
the wall?
Chicago style. Hold on. Chicago style. Hey,
yeah.
I got an answer. The guy from Chicago.
Chicago.
Chicago. Chicago style popcorn is a mix of caramel popcorn and cheese popcorn. It's basically like AJ just said in the chat. It's like that tin you get on Christmas morning.
Or like what I
But
said
they separated.
when
Yeah,
you asked what it was.
Ryan did say that.
Oh,
Was
I
the
was
case.
gone. All right.
You know, but that's okay. Everyone go try some. Go buy some and enjoy it.
I
needed
eat
it
those
mansplained.
separately. I'm not putting them together. That's
Oh
disgusting.
no, you have to. No, it
No,
is
thank
not.
you.
I don't want cheese and
I'm
caramel
okay.
together.
But on the wall in the weird casino, it
Yeah?
says meat packing, and I want to know why it says meat packing in there. It says
Dude.
meat packing.
Does it
Well-
say that? Like, is that translated or is that just
Yeah.
set?
I sat there and translated it because I was like, okay, this has to mean something.
That's so cool of
No,
you.
it just says meat packing.
Well, I mean, maybe
Maybe
at
it's an
some
old
point it was
warehouse.
yeah, maybe at some point they did some butchering. Ewok.
Did some
Jar Jar,
did some
Jar
meat
Jar
packing.
style.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get into it. It's the meatpacking district in Star Wars, apparently. That's pretty cool. Yeah. All right. So just to let
Now I want to open a club
Yes.
called Meat Packers.
that's what I was thinking of. There's an episode of Seinfeld that I'm thinking of specifically. Of yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like
The meat packing club. That's also not okay. Cool. Packing some meat in the
Packing-
chat. Let
packing
us
all
know what
those.
you're packing.
yeah, let us-
Ray Cameron says that's where they're gonna teach Omega to box, which is just
Ooh,
like
yeah.
Rocky, dude. You hitting the meat. You
oh,
gotta
just
hit
like
the meat.
Rocky.
Hitting the-
Come on, Omega.
Yo, Omega! Damn it, Ryan. I was doing the same thing
Oh,
as you.
sorry.
No, it's
Yeah,
okay.
we're both in the same space.
Same brain. I'm so glad. Dude. Sorry, my brain keeps going to this meat packing thing.
No, I
I'm really having a
love
hard
this.
hard time getting away from that.
We have a bar just right down the street called the Pump Jack. It's got that same vibe.
Yes, I got you. We got one
What
of
kind of
those.
name is that?
Pump Jack.
What do you
Craig's
think?
like
it
roll
means?
on. Craig's giving me the roll on because I'm gonna talk about the bars in my area. Okay, so here we go. Okay, plug the episode for those of you who are like wanting context. Hopefully everyone watched. They've got to the Bad Batch is sneaking onto an old ship in this beautiful scrapyard. I think the planet is called Brecker, and it's controlled by a scrapper guild. And I could not help but recognize like how gorgeous the scenery, I want to say cinematography, but I know it's not like filmed. It was just gorgeous, and it reminded me.
But they still have an animated camera, so you're
Okay.
not wrong.
Thank you, Ryan. Special effects, Ryan. Rex. Holy shit, sexy Rexy shows up, and I haven't even talked about it. Let's talk about it.
Hello there.
Hello there. Yeah, let's talk about the hooded character and all that, because I haven't even gone into it. What do you give me your take on that, Ryan? Seeing Rex, how'd you feel?
Well, the moment before he even lifted the hood, I saw the gauntlets and I was already like, we got Rex. And then he did his Aragorn Obi-Wan reveal,
Daddy.
right? Just like,
Daddy indeed.
you know, there you guys are. What are you doing? I'm Rex. Right?
Yes.
I'm going to beat up everyone in this bar just because.
Dude, yeah. Because I'm Rex, and I'm
'Cause-
awesome.
And I love how just happy they were to see everybody. Like, everyone was like really stoked to see him.
Yep.
And I like how even Omega was just kind of like, thought we don't like Regs. And they're like, nah, this
Yeah.
guy's fine.
Yeah,
Then she does the old close-up look on him, and she's like counting the lines on his face, and
Yeah.
Oh,
like, you're Gen 1, and I don't know, everything about it was just really
Yeah.
cool.
it's one of those things that kind of pays off with your investment if you've like known him since the beginning and seen that happen. So yeah,
Yep.
seen the line on his
100%.
face. Yeah, dude, and it's very, very, very cool. So Rex goes with them. So at that point, it's like the whole gang, and they're going, and they've got to get let's see. What is it? They're trying to get their inhibitor chips out because Rex is the one who points out, like, hey, if you have an inhibitor chip in your head still, although the procedure to take it out is dangerous, it is more important to go through that than to risk having it in and having it act up. And we've seen, like we were just talking about with Wrecker, like starting to short circuit, starting to have that like go on the fritz inside his head. And as we're watching him and Omega, like, and their bond, you realize, like, holy shit, this is like of Mice and Men moments, like where it's like this, like his strength could really, like, he could be the most dangerous person of all of them. And it gets almost like a horror movie. I feel like Aliens and like Terminator 2 vibes as they get on and inside that ship, where it's like, and also like a weird Lost vibe where it's like we have to go to this abandoned medical area to perform something. All of that, the hatch. That's exactly what I was thinking of. And we're going to launch our Lost podcast later at some point. We have to. I love Lost.
Back to the island.
We have to go back, Kate. I don't know. I have a British accent. Yeah, that. Yeah, dude. But also just that. Oh, we got a comment. We got a comment coming in. Jeremy Marks. I'm gonna say your name. I'm glad they finally addressed Wrecker's headaches. Everyone knows about the chips, and he kept getting hit in the head. I swear, it felt like people in a zombie movie refusing to say the word zombie. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
for sure.
You'd have to be pretty dense to not like catch that for sure. Yeah, I agree with you. So yeah, like that's what we were saying. I was getting like major being in like that abandoned ship. Something about Omega kind of reminded me of Newt and Aliens, and especially when Wrecker goes on into like the full switch, and you see like he does like a punch and just basically it turns into like evil Wrecker.
Well, he
robot
throws
Wrecker.
like tech like right across the room, right? Like,
Right.
I know.
and he
Right.
starts like doing the whole like, if you're against Order 66, this is like
The rhetoric.
I'm going to kill you, right? Like he just does the whole speech and that we see and
Yeah.
in everything, like in the last season of Clone Wars and everything else, and
It's heartbreaking.
and
Yeah.
it was just like it was wild too, because all of a sudden it's like everyone else is gone because everyone else is like scouting.
Mm-hmm.
Everything looks like dirty and dingy. There's water dripping. There's like womp rats everywhere. Like you said, like everything looks like a horror movie.
Yeah.
And now Wrecker's literally going through the place, hunting people down, and just like the whole, like when you guys were talking about zombies as well, he does that thing where he kind of sees you and then charges at you.
Yeah.
Right? And he's like a bulldozer of a dude. So I mean, it's like, I don't know, it was really cool and it was intense, and it's something that I'm glad we get these kind of moments in these kind of shows.
Yeah, and
Agreed.
like a zombie, it's like an absence of consciousness or having a conscience, like being able to make decisions for yourself. Like suddenly that person is no longer able to function normally, and you can feel that with Wrecker, like you're saying, and that and it yeah, it's hard to watch because you've seen him and Omega bond so much, and also just the fact that they're in this like little medical chamber to try to perform something which is very treacherous and difficult. And you can see Omega's even like, hey, do we really have to do this to Hunter? When she's talking to Hunter about Wrecker, like, is it really worth it? And at that point, Rex is like, yeah, we got to do this. And Aaron Knowles says Tech seemed very overconfident with the fact of the chips not affecting them. Yeah. I think that there's that's kind of
Fool of a took. Fool of a took.
Oh, dude, yes. Amen. Thank you, Tolkien. Yeah, dude, like it's yeah, I mean that's a classic human flaw. I mean, to be like, oh, I'm sure I can handle this, but it could be like a much worse situation. We've seen it in the Clone Wars how quickly it can turn and how quickly people can die because of those because of Order 66. So
I got a way off topic question. It's gonna throw everything into disarray. Let's fucking do it.
Whisper, do you think Anakin
Say that name. Say the name.
Whisper
I want to see you say that
Laduni?
name.
Do yem?
Do I have to?
Do yem? Do yem?
Whisper.
Okay.
Do you think Anakin brought balance to the Force in Return of the Jedi or Revenge of the Sith? This is a whole nother show. Catherine, why don't you
fuck.
take that? 'Cause I'm not gonna say it.
I'm gonna go with Revenge of the Sith because it kind of is the catalyst for everything for Rey to come and fix it all.
There you go.
I don't know. I really don't know how to answer that
I
question.
don't either. Ryan, do you have any comments on that?
He did both times. He wiped out the Jedi to create more of a balance between the light and the dark. And then once Luke and Leia and all of them appeared as well, then he did whatever. I don't know. I just
Yeah.
sure.
Back to the
I'm
Bad
trying
Batch.
to make shit up on the fly, and it's totally
I
not
know.
working.
I know. I'm like
at all.
looking at comments. I'm like, what is Jake?
I need to marinate on this, and
Yeah.
I need to
Jake says return.
return.
Okay.
Okay.
Jacob, please elaborate. Thank
Yeah,
you.
Jake, money call in and let us know.
Yeah, if you want to call in, Jake,
this
just go
question.
for it.
And more Ray love, please. Ray Cameron says, yes, we love Ray.
Yes.
Y'all.
What, you have something?
I got something to say.
Okay.
Kurt's
do it.
here.
Say it.
Y'all are gonna try to host a Star Wars show, and then somebody comes and asks the key component of all of Star Wars.
That's like a... Okay.
So you said we
Dude,
need.
that's a loaded question.
Yeah.
Well, I've been
Like,
thinking
it
about it.
really
And I think I
is.
have an answer. I think here's the thing. I think it's a good idea. It's a topic we should explore at some point down the road.
Okay.
Right? Because it brings into a lot of questions. You know, we here at YHS consider it's all canon. So I know some people do their own canons and say the sequel trilogy doesn't count or the prequels don't count, but it all counts. So food for thought for a later discussion. It is a good question, though.
I think
It is a
term
good question.
is
I
put a
do like
pin
that
in it.
question.
Yeah,
We're going to put a pin in
put a
it.
pin in it. We'll
Right.
talk about it.
Yeah.
Putting a pin in that one.
All right.
Thank
now,
you for the comment.
No more Star Wars questions, okay? We're
Oh
talking
my
about the Bad Batch.
God! Please don't ask me a Star Wars question. God,
don't
please
know how to handle
abbreviate the
Yeah,
movies.
we only watch the cartoons. Live action's terrible.
Obviously, I only want to talk about Jar Jar's tongue. God. Fuck. All right, let's roll into our favorite moments because I feel like we're getting towards the end here of this episode. Catherine, what was your favorite moment? Or did you have a
gosh.
couple?
I feel like I have so many. I do like the parallels of Omega in the beginning touching Rex's face and just like looking at him that way, and then at the end she's doing the same with Wrecker. I like that. I like the Dianoga, seeing the Dianoga as like a big boy. And so it that whole thing. What else? I just like
They did the Dianoga
In general?
screech in there
I know.
too. That scream that
Can
it
you
does.
please imitate it?
Do it.
I don't know. Sorry, I sound like a bantha.
Wait, that's the thing from Revenge of the Sith.
Oh,
don't know what that thing's called.
he's like his chicken horse. I fucking
big
love his
mouth.
chicken horse.
I'm so thank you. I actually know I can do it. Like I do it frequently to myself.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. I like to do it myself. All right,
Don't we all?
Catherine, I had the same favorite moments, huh?
I have the biggest thing that like got me
Yeah.
juiced about this episode is the fact that it's on Braca and the tie-in to Jedi Fallen Order. Craig, your Cal Kestis autograph is going to be worth something. Just listen to me, please, because I swear Cal is going to come into this and it's going to be very important. So don't shit on him.
Don't sleep
That's
on
all.
Cal Kestis.
Stop trying to
Don't
make
sleep
Cal
on Cal.
work.
Yeah, don't sleep on him.
Just
Don't
accept
underestimate him.
Ugh.
Wait,
I
let him into your
I
life.
could go
Craig-
on and on about that.
Craig ordered a Cal Kestis shirt. He has one.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to
Oh, of
embrace
course.
it.
Dude, he is the Cal Kestis of Yes Have Some.
Yeah? Oh.
That's
Absolutely.
a compliment, Ryan. I don't think you meant it that way, and that's rude.
I don't know shit about Cal Kestis, so I'm not gonna like say either way. I guess I should play the game. Ray Cameron, this may be the most chaotic YHS show in the best way. Thank God. Dude, I know. It's thank you. That's the plan.
Who is that? Ray.
Ray.
Ray who?
Dude.
Ray Cameron.
Can we get that on a shirt? More chaotic than toy anxiety, which is saying something. That's really saying something. Yeah, y'all, we got diversity here. It's pretty cool.
Oh shit.
It's
yes.
pretty neat. All my favorite moments were the same as you, Catherine. I said that the Dianoga, the tentacle monster from A New Hope, was like that. That just was so cool. It's cool to see the wreckage of a ship, plus like water, plus like the flying creatures. Like it was just a very fresh feeling for the cartoon that reminded me of Force Awakens and Rise of Skywalker stuff with like the it just was, but also it's tying into an old creature from like the first movie, so that you're just grounded in Star Wars shit, and I love that. Really love that.
Totally.
Yeah, love seeing that monster. So badass. Ryan, did you have any favorite moments that we haven't covered?
My favorite one is still from the beginning, with Omega and Rex, and I also like I just like the whole aesthetic of the old broken ships, and then when they have the lights going just for the med bay and everything has that glow to it, it's creepy, it's weird. Yeah, I love that shit. So I love all that stuff when you get all these old like prequel ships and you know that they're just getting broken down to make Imperial ships.
I know what you're
Okay, the chat is lit right now. The chat is lit.
Oh my god. Sorry, Ryan. Chat alert. Tony
It's
Taylor.
a Kestis.
It's a Kestis for the rest of us.
The rest of us. But also Kurt Kestis.
Kurt's
in the cow
Kurt
zone?
Kestis. Oh my god, Kurt Kestis. Oh my god, that has to. No, well, it's got to be something, man. I love it.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that's good.
Awesome. All right, let's roll through the MVPs. Ryan, who was your MVP for the episode?
It's got to be Rex.
Yeah.
And Wrecker.
Yeah,
Those
I
two
said
for sure.
Rex. Yeah, I said Rex for knowing the right thing to do, taking Wrecker while his chip was activated, taking him out, and protecting Omega, and for helping remove Wrecker's chip. And Catherine, did you have anything different?
I wrote Sexy Rexy.
Sexy Rexy.
It's just
hear it.
Sexy Rexy time. It's
Yeah.
always
Oh.
going to be Sexy Rexy time over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's sexy.
Yeah.
He's good. He's
I'm
I'm
obsessed
too
with
vexy
him.
for my love. Too
Too
vexy
vexy
for
for
my
my
love. Love going to
Happy
leave me.
Rex Manning Day. That's different.
Oh, yes. Love it.
Yay! Oh, it's fun. All right, how many credits
Getting
are?
Empire Records.
Oh, whoa! I bet I would know that acronym. All right, so credit.
I bet you Filoni did that on purpose.
Dude, he's
I
a
will bet
huge
you that-
fan
I bet you he's a big stand for Empire Records.
Now I know the
I bet
other movie
Filoni
I'm
watches
watching
that
tonight.
just as much as he watches Star Wars.
Dude,
You're gonna do a double feature of Solo and Empire Records?
Dude, that was me being Demi Moore shaving my head in the bathroom. That's awesome. Great movie. All right, let's give our credits. Catherine, how many credits are you giving episode 7?
Clone Force 99 out
Oh
of 10.
yes, 99.
99. 99.
You're
Yeah,
a credit
I
pourer now.
freaking I know. I'm just a credit slut. It's fine. Yeah, I freaking
Oh man,
loved
if
this
I
episode.
said that, Kurt would have had a conniption.
Hey, we're embracing the term.
Go
It's
ahead and
okay.
yell at me. Go ahead and yell at me. I'll pay the fine. Okay, this is a
Yeah.
sports reference.
She's got
Sports
credits to
reference.
spare. She's got.
He's gonna pay the fine.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I'll pay the Kurt bowl.
Oh my god. Put money in the Kurt Fund. Arundels. They're going to remove Crosshair's chip. The only question is, will it fix him, or will he just keep wanting to be part of the Empire?
Ooh.
Yeah. Like, is that a personality defect once the chip's gone? Is he still just kind of an asshole? Like, oh yeah, that's a good question.
I hope. Well, he
Yeah.
was kind of to begin with, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
I do kind of hope that it's not a end of the season arc thing where they get the chip out of him, or I don't know, something that I think it would be kind of cool if they didn't for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually
I
like.
think we're good.
No, go for it.
Go ahead. Go.
No,
go
Catherine,
ahead,
good. You're
please.
good.
I really want to see the elaboration of Death Troopers with him like not having the chip removed for a long time. I think like building up that like crew
Could he be
would
the
be
first
very
Death Trooper?
interesting. That's what I thought after the episode where they like just slaughtered all those people. I mean, it feels that way.
I have a quick question. Do we know if Bad Batch is a one-off, or they continue? Like, is the plan to continue for more seasons, or they've not said that yet?
I don't think we've heard anything
No,
yet.
I haven't heard of them. Then it's going to be like 14 or 15 episodes.
If anyone in the
for
chat
one
knows, please let us
Yeah.
know, because
Yeah.
we have to know how many years we're doing this show for.
season. How long we have to put up with Kurt Kestis.
Yeah, we could be doing this for 8 years.
Dude, Kurt Kestis.
Craig's in the Cal Zone. I'm still dying. Ray Cameron.
Wait, someone who said that? In the Cal Zone?
Ray Cameron.
Oh my god! This is the low-cal calzone zone. Oh my god, that's so great, dude! I want to be in the cal zone. Who you gave your credits? Ryan, do you want to give credits? Do you want to?
Yeah, I'm gonna give 10 for this episode as well.
Oh,
I'm
good.
gonna give it a full 99. The Gretzky, as it were. I'm gonna give it the
Nice.
Gretzky.
The Wayne.
The Wayne, right? The great one. And this was
The
a great
Wayne.
episode.
Yeah, good sports reference. I like it. Hey, we know hockey. That's cool. I gave it 10 credits too. Yeah, it's literally just. It was a fucking awesome episode. My actual favorite moment I wrote down here was when Wrecker apologizes to Omega and explains that he tried to control it, and then Omega forgives him and then offers him a handful of Mantel mix from her pocket. Which is like, she had it with her, and then she's also like, it's tradition, it's the end of the mission, meaning like we have closure on this whole thing that just happened between us. I forgive you, I got your back, you got mine, which is like great. It's just a great end to the episode. You kind of get this little bit of like Rex talking about how he wants to continue to sort of fight for the Republic, even though it's like that the time is over. But he looks up at the sky at one point and is like, I know there's others out there that we can connect with. So I feel like that kind of...
That's literally what I was just gonna say.
Shut the fuck. I'm
Broom
having
boy.
like an
Oh,
emotional
shit.
moment. Yeah, Broom boy. Dude, finally we're gonna get Broom Boy's backstory. God, why does he know how to do that?
Broom Boy is.
But wasn't the Empire just alerted to their whereabouts at the end of the episode? Wasn't that the big cliffhanger?
I mean, that's speculation. I mean, it could be anybody technically. Yeah, I don't know. I
Yeah.
think that's where I'm saying like Jedi Fallen Order is actually going to come into play somehow because
It's actually the third movie. I'm sorry, I had to get that out.
yes,
Okay.
the entire original trilogy is being thrown out. And we're starting over with Cal Kestis as Luke Skywalker.
Cal Kestis saves Grogu.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Dude, your Cal Kestis auto is going to go up. So, yeah. If you
Yeah,
haven't sold
Chris,
it
we're
yet.
cheering
Technically-
for you.
He technically is on Braca right now. With
Okay.
the timeline, he's like a young kid, but he's on Braca, according to the internet. Whatever.
Okay.
He's just young. He's a wee babe.
Just a wee.
Sorry, I'm really just like going off on Cal. I want him to
Please?
succeed.
I think he'd like that. I like it. Yes, succeed, Cal. Please. Redheaded stepchild. Yeah.
Where could he be?
I love this show. I love my friends. I don't think I have anything else to say about this stuff. I'm trying to see if there were any at the end of the episode there's like some of the what do you call them? The scalper people there? Or, like,
Yeah.
throw it out if you know what they're called.
What are they called?
Scrapper Guild?
Scrapper Guild.
Scrapper
Yeah, there you
Guild.
go.
That's what we're both.
Yeah.
It's a guild. It is a guild.
Scrappers.
Yes, the scalpers.
Something.
Dude, yeah.
Tickets to
Well, it's nice to know that there's a
Cal.
union out in the universe,
Yeah. They've still they're
Yeah.
united. Yeah, man. There's hope.
right? Making sure they
Rebellions
get
are
paid.
built on hope. Cool.
Rebellions are built on unions.
Junior, so I'm gonna go watch Star Wars movies. Duh. Oh, I'm gonna show off my book, even though I'm gonna show it off to
Yes,
Mom
please.
Anxiety. This
Oh,
is
okay.
incredible. The Wildlife of Star Wars: A Field Guide. Jake told me it's not canon, but I don't care.
Okay, you know what? That's just Jake.
It's so good.
Why
it's like,
can't it be canon?
It is to me because there's so many like gruesome details in this about like Banthas and Tusken Raiders and their bond and how like if the Bantha dies, the Tusken Raider will like end his own life and vice versa, and how
Oh
whenever
my
the Tusken Raider
God.
mates and is wed, the Bantha also for the first time mates.
Oh, wow.
God, could you imagine being like
Look at
fucking any of our banthas, never getting fucking married, and then like having to wait
this is
forever?
The bond between Bantha and Tusken Raider. See him holding his tongue?
Holy shit.
All I'm saying is there's a lot of like dirty stuff in here. You learn a lot about like mating stuff and like procreation.
Yeah,
fucking
tauntauns,
awesome.
how they do it.
Hey, let's do that panel at Dragon Con. Let's talk about it. I know they always have like a dragon
let's do it
mating
for
ritual
celebration.
panel. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We should do it for celebration. We'll do like a mating ritual of the creatures.
I just
of
did
Star
that because it was upsetting me.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Well, let's.
Rabble, 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 rabble. That's my tauntaun mating call.
That's cute, dude. I want to talk anatomy and mating
Real quick,
rituals.
the
and
idea of
diet.
a bantha dying and Tusken Raider just flinging himself off of the nearest cliff is so funny to me.
Why didn't they do that in Mando?
It's like
Why didn't they
Midsommar.
do that in Mando? Yeah,
Because it's
is
not
weird.
canon. It's not
It's
canon.
not canon, says Jake.
It's not canon. Yeah, Mando
that.
completely
Somebody
destroyed
edit that.
all of that.
I love the bantha. The bantha's going up to the female bantha like, so we should probably get together tonight. I don't know if you heard, my Tusken Raider got
I don't know if you
married.
saw Jeff over there, but he's getting married.
My best bantha's gonna get totally laid tonight at my wedding.
Oh my god.
Dude. It's a symbiotic relationship between Bantha and Tusken Raider. Wow. I liked. I'm gonna go read more of this book after I watch Solo. Thank you all for watching. This has been an awesome episode. Catherine and Ryan, y'all like made my day, and everyone else in the chat and anyone watching later on. Thank you. So much love. So much just. Boom, boom.
Sorry.
No, dude. This is what we're doing. You know what we should do? Let's do a little final thought. A little final thought here.
Oh.
I'm gonna throw it
Okay.
to y'all. Ryan first. Final thoughts. You got something? Anything?
I don't. Kat, this is for you.
This is for me.
That was
I
a
don't,
cop
I
out.
don't- I just feel like we're on the brink of some force sensitivity that is going to just really blossom. And yeah, I don't know. I really freaking love this show, both our show and the show we're watching.
Yeah.
And I freaking love Star Wars. And I could talk about this all day. I could do this all day.
Dude, I
Do this all day.
all day. America's ass.
Yeah.
That's
This is
right.
Mandalore's ass.
The Mandalore's ass.
Mandalore's ass.
Oh my God, Pedro Pascal's ass. Okay. Ray Cameron, you think there's Bantha wedding crashers? Probably.
Oh gosh, I hope so.
Dude, there's single Banthas looking to find their Tusken Raider and their other Bantha, so I'm sure that the wedding is a great place to meet people in Banthas. So
Probably.
yeah, I would go.
Also, just here's my last tidbit. I think everybody, if they haven't already, should watch the Ewan McGregor and Pedro Pascal interview with each other because it is just fine as fuck. That's all. Okay,
Actors on
I'm done.
actors, right?
Oh,
That's what
yeah.
Actors in
it's. Ooh,
on.
that title, eh? Like, actors
yeah.
on actors.
I say that's homework. I'm going to watch it, and everyone else watch it. We're going to talk about it in 2 weeks when we have the Bad Bitches again for our next episode, and I can't wait, y'all. We got 2 more episodes to watch between now and then, and go watch Solo and watch that interview that Catherine's talking about, and also watch Catherine on Twitch. She does stuff. Yeah, you plug your stuff. What you got?
The Catween on Twitch with the K.
Yes.
Yeah, that's me.
It's Catherine. Awesome. Brian, got some stuff to plug?
Toy Anxiety tomorrow night. Same time, same channel. You'll find myself. Abby will be there, plus Jake and Kurt Kestis. We'll all be here to talk toys and action figures and all the latest news and sad comments. Everyone's
We'll
favorite
be talking
thing.
about Batman and Catwoman.
Oh, baby. Lots to talk about
Bring
there.
that
So-
photograph.
Lick
I'm
it
just
up.
kidding. Don't do that. You'll get in trouble.
Like it, like it, like it. Also wanted to plug Jake's, my buddy Jacob Walsh, who's also co-host of the YHS proper. He's got Monster Island with Jake Key. It's an awesome show about kaiju and Godzilla and monsters, and he does a great job.
It's a really good show, folks. Do
Yeah.
not sleep on it.
Yeah, exactly. Don't be sleeping on it. Go watch it. He's got a bunch of episodes out. And yeah, Jake, he's the guy for toys and kaiju. And And Jake is his they're just great. It's like a Bantha and a Tusken Raider together. That's what it is.
Oh my god.
All right, y'all.
Jake, he just wraps his tongue around Jake, and you know how it is.
Dude, he just holds the tongue from sitting in front
Yeah.
of him. I feel like I should probably wrap this up, y'all. This has been an absolute blast.
In a future episode, Jakey's gonna die. We're gonna see Jake hurl himself off a cliff.
We
can't wait.
I don't know if we can air that episode.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, y'all. Have a good night. Love you.
night.
Love Star
Good
Wars.
night. Good night.
Good night. Good banter.